Next up is Pat Narduzzi, where he dropped a he dropped a quote. He did indeed. He did the thing. He did the thing. So what he said was that the ACC, which Pat Narduzzi, head coach of Pitt, he said the ACC is better than the Big Ten. It's got more skill. Totally. Sure. Where is that translated? Like where have we seen that come out? That the ACC is better than the Big Ten. And just to throw this at you, this is from Tom Fornelli on X, formerly known as Twitter. It says Pitt is 5-12 against the Big 12, the Big 10, and the SEC since Pat Narduzzi took over the program in 2015. Oof. It's not great. Not great, Bob. I'm not going to lie to you. That's no bueno. 5-12 against the other three conferences. One of them, he said he was better than. But he did say the ACC. He didn't say Pitt, so let's nuance this thing. He said the ACC. Pitt doesn't count. Let's also look at this. Again, we're rolling through Tom Fornelli. He's the man. Since Narduzzi took over at Pitt in 2015, so that's over 10 years ago. It is 2026, by the way. Good job on math. The ACC has gone, just take a guess real quick. Take a guess. I'll even do this. Over, under, winning or not winning. I'll let you pick that. You got it locked in? Ready? Okay. The ACC has gone 30-41 against the Big Ten. And you can even scroll through all of it. You can literally go scroll through all of it. Duke has played the most. They've got 10 games against other Big Ten teams. Next up is Boston College. Then you got Miami. Along with Miami is Pitt and Virginia Tech. And yeah, it's not great because Pitt is 12th out of the ACC. There's 14 teams. That's counting North Carolina State, Georgia Tech, SMU. They have all played one game. Florida State has only played one game. I mean, like there's some nuance in all of this. I totally get that. But it's not a great look. It is not a great look. It is not a great look. It's been a big week for the ACC in the old college football media landscape. I'm not gonna lie to you. So, what do you do with that? Here's what I do with that. This is probably, I don't know, this might be my hottest take, and I know this ruffles feathers. Is the ACC even the third best conference in college football? I'm just throwing it out there. I understand this. If you're listening on podcast, I pointed to a Baylor hat, and I pointed to a signed Notre Dame football. I couldn't even tell you the signatures on that. That was a gift from my cousin who was on the Notre Dame football team. Anyway, it's neither here nor there. That's not a flex. You know what? It is a flex. I understand the look of this. I understand that showing these two pieces of memorabilia, one, I just want to be honest, I just needed to put something on the desk that was sports. And so need to throw something on the desk that looked good. I figured that this would probably go over well. Two, I get it. I get that there's a Big 12 hat right there. I get that Notre Dame is like ACC adjacent, but not really ACC adjacent. But if you ever associate yourself with Notre Dame, there's just a stigma automatically attached to you. My question really is the ACC actually the third best conference, top to bottom? It's an important way to say that. Top to bottom than the Big 12. I feel like we can have a much longer discussion about all of this that honestly could just be a whole podcast episode. But I frame it that way because I'm using Pat Narduzzi's language, where he said the ACC is better than the Big 10. It's got more skill. Objectively, we all know that the ACC is not better than the Big 10. Pat Narduzzi's getting clicks. It's working. Like if this was the goal, it's working. It's rage bait. You've rage baited me, Narduzzi, and I'm loving it, by the way. I'm loving that color on you. The yellow and blue is good. There's, it's good. And so I lost my train of thought. It's not better than the Big Ten. Last 3 seasons, who has won the college football championship? It has been 3 Big Ten teams. 3 Big Ten teams. Michigan, Ohio State, Indiana. You go to Georgia before that. It's the SEC. ACC hasn't won in a minute, and it was Clemson, which is great. I love that for Clemson. But the ACC is objectively right now in the NIL era not better than the Big Ten. But that's why I bring up the question, is the ACC actually the 3rd best conference in all of college football? Because what this does is then it makes you want to talk about brand recognition. The ACC, yeah, I think and you go look at TV numbers, revenue sharing, they are the 3rd most recognizable brand in all of college football. Big Ten, number 2, SEC, number 1. That feels like a pretty objective ranking. Big Ten fans aren't going to like that. They'll say they are better than the SEC. I wouldn't disagree with you. Then you kind of bring up, well, is the Big Ten just more top heavy than the SEC? That's potential. That is potential. We're not going to do that today. We're not going to do that today, though. But you go look at the Big 12. They're the only conference that had to go find a brand sponsor for this whole sport. Monster Energy, Big 12 football. Which, by the way, unless Monster wants to call me, it's just going to be known as Big 12 football. I will only refer to it as Monster Energy Big 12 football as a meme and a joke, just so you have clarity and I have clarity, because clarity is the most important thing in the world. Anyways, it's the ACC top to bottom, I don't know is better than the Big 12. Because you do have some phenomenal teams in the ACC. Miami literally made it to the national championship last year, 2 years ago. 2 years ago. You had 2 ACC teams in the playoffs. You can look at it and go, the ACC might be better at the top. Clemson, they've fallen off. Big brand, absolutely a big brand, but they have fallen off. There's no arguing that. Miami, kind of an outlier. You can say that for Big 12 too. Tech, an outlier. Tech is an outlier. Miami's an outlier. Let's keep going down the list then. Is the next best team in the ACC SMU? Which, by the way, I've said this, and maybe I am an ignorant, dumb man with a mic in front of him that just fits the stereotype of don't give this guy podcast equipment. Sure, I'm great with that. Why is SMU getting so much hype this year? Where's the proof? They were disappointing last year. They didn't make the playoffs last year. They didn't make the ACC conference championship game. What's going on? Like, how in the world? The ACC conference champion didn't even make it to the playoffs. Sure, it's a rule technicality, but you have to, the reason why that never happened until this year, why there was so much upheaval is, yes, playoffs. Like, I'm great with that. I'm great with that. But based off a rule technicality, the champions didn't get in. Clearly, Miami made it to the national championship, so they deserve to get in. But as a black and white blanket statement, the ACC conference champion didn't make it to the playoffs. It's bonkers. It is absolutely bonkers. North Carolina's not going to be that good. Florida State's not going to be that good. Louisville's going to be good. Louisville, sorry. I don't know, Wake Forest. I always have high hopes for Syracuse. Virginia Tech, you hope they're going to be really good. Georgia Tech, NC State, they'll be sneaky. So there's good teams in the ACC, but you know who the Big 12 has? You got BYU. You got Utah. We don't know quite what Utah's going to be this year with Kyle Whittingham leaving, but Utah historically, just a good program. So we got Utah. Let's not forget about Houston. Remember we said Tech, outlier. I personally, there's a dead giveaway with the hat right here, always got high hopes for Baylor. But DJ Lagway coming in, I said this to a buddy, his floor is 1-star recruit. His ceiling is Heisman candidate. So we got a lot of options in between all of that. Houston. I can't remember if I mentioned Houston or not. is going to be a really good team this year. Oklahoma State, they're going to be a really good team this year. I really do think head coach Eric Morris is going to be great, and I think they got a lot of weapons going on over at Oklahoma State. They are the sleeper team. TCU, they'll be good. We can keep going down the list. Arizona, I really do think these two conferences are more comparable than a lot of people give them credit for. And the bummer is that the ACC just has a bigger brand, more brand recognition. And that, in today's day and age, gives you everything you need. That's why the SEC is, in the eyes of a lot of people, the best college football conference. It's brand recognition. It's everything. It's also, just throwing this out there, that's also why SEC doesn't want to expand to 24 teams. Less brand recognition for the SEC. Just tossing that out there. Just see what happens. I really, to land this plane, so to speak, we'll talk about this more as the season goes on, but I do think that the Big 12 is arguably the third best conference in college football. If we want to do this, I'll give you a compromise. The ACC and the Big 12 are tied for best conference, third best conference in all of college football. They are, at the very least, on a talent and skill level, they are tied. Top to bottom. Because I understand Miami went to the national championship. I get that. I understand that. In the last 2 years, Tech, out in the first round. Arizona State, out in the first round. I get it. I understand. But top to bottom, if we're taking a holistic approach of looking at the conferences, I think there's an argument to be made that at the very least, it is somewhat debatable. It is somewhat debatable. And I don't really think that Big 12 fans have an objective view of this. I don't think that ACC fans have an objective view of this. I would want to know more, have more conversations with SEC fans and more conversations with Big 10 fans and go, hey, where do you see? I mean, I'm talking ball knowers. I'm not talking like casuals that's like, well, it's the ACC. They're based off brand recognition because that's how they would quantify it and identify it. Anyways, yeah, Pat Narduzzi said that the ACC better than the Big 10. They might not even be better than the Big 12, so you can't be better than the Big 10 if you're not better than the Big 12 because the Big 12 isn't better than the Big 10. Big. Yep.